Let's see if anyone is still awake. Went a little long this time. But that's all right. What's happening, Crixie? Dude, what a great ending to a longer episode. Oh, yeah. Dude, Chetney is killing it. He is he's in the running for my favorite. Smile of the day, Ninja Master. Good to see you. Hope your guys' Christmas and New Year's were good. Yeah, Mike, this episode was nuts. And had a good pace to it the first half. Like, there were still nothing crazy was happening. They were getting some good information out there. Had a little bit of a kind of filler fill, and then just got nuts. It didn't miss too much in the middle. That ending, though, that's when I got super glued to it. A couple good jokes in there. It looks like everyone was right about the werewolf stuff. But Nightmare King, man, that's a cool name. That's a good name. Yeah, 100 platinum, so it's 1,000 gold, right? Oh, happy birthday, Ninja Master. So was it the 6th or the 7th? So are we going in? I don't know what time it is for you. Are we going into your birthday, or did we just end your birthday? That's not too bad of a. That's still a little close to Christmas for me. Yeah, I'm with you, Crixie. It was just fine. Good pace. There was, there was stuff happening, but, yeah, the last 30 minutes really drew me in there. Nightmare King's the ghost of Lucian. Six. Well, happy birthday, Ninja Master. That's good stuff. I had one birthday end on a plane ride across the Atlantic, but that's cool. You guys have a good break, man? Dude, I did so much this holiday break. But it was kind of nice. Kind of nice to take a little break and refresh, because I think once the new show comes out, what do we got? 27 days? Something like that for the Critical Role Season 1 show on Amazon. Vox Machina. Not too long before that starts up. So I have a lot of stuff planned for when that starts up. Yeah, it was cool. It was 16 to 17, so it's fun times. That's good stuff, Crixie. Yeah, me too. This was probably my best Christmas with them. So they're finally at that age where they're having a lot of fun with it. So I actually got excited to get them stuff for once. All right, show comes out on the 28th, so 21 days. Man. 21 days, 3 weeks. Let's go. Yeah, so I got big plans for that. It's going to be fun. We need to do a big like watch along thing or something. Plan a day to watch. Does Amazon release everything at once, or do they go episode by episode? Are they like Netflix? Do they just release the whole thing, or do we gotta wait? Like Disney makes you wait, don't they? Yeah, we got a new map. Did they They kind of showed up for a second. Hopefully, have they posted? Anyone posted on Twitter yet? Yeah, I love their maps, man. I got my room redone, and that was one thing that I didn't get that I'm gonna order is a map. I don't know which map I'm gonna do yet, but I'll keep looking at Twitter, see if they post that, and we'll throw it up there. Throw it up as the background. Hey, how is We Live Time? I heard the books were good. I kind of want to read them before I watched, but I'm gonna have to check that out. I have one episode left of Arcane, and then I'll swap over that probably. Yeah, Chetney bringing it back, man. Rogues, gotta love them. The old man energy is just too much. I love it. Fern started the episode off right, like gave us everything we want from Fern, and the two of them just lying constantly. Man, it's gonna be so much fun. I'm so glad Travis is back. He was missed severely. Happy New Year, Vector. Hopefully 2022 is gonna be good to all of us. A lot of stuff to look forward to 2022. Hopefully things will get back, not just back to normal, better than ever. Sweet. I'll try to read through the books. I got a ton of time at work to listen at least, so, and then catch up on the show. I'm going through The Witcher though. Witcher season 2 has been great. If you haven't watched that, so it's really good. Really, really good. Let's see. Did I write anything down? We were right about the werewolf stuff, which was good. Said Nightmare King sounds fun. I think that's we think that's the big bad evil guy, or what? Mike, that's great. Travis is using the old characters to prepare us for Old Man Grog. We can only hope. We can only hope for an Old Man Grog. $15 books and long. I think the longest books I've read fantasy wise were these Sword of Truth books, and those were like 600 plus, I think. Just the first one was. Yeah, Matt's subscription to vests. that was so good. No, their ads are leveled up, man. Every week they're good. Like you go back to season 2 and Sam was doing good, but they were hit or miss. I've enjoyed every single ad this season. Oh, dog, Moon Cult, if perhaps a bit too much on the nose, given the building they were in. Yeah, there's a couple on the nose things, but I thought they were doing that referring to the whole werewolf thing, but who knows? So have we heard of the Midnight King or Nightmare King? Sorry. Someone said Oogie Boogie. Someone said the big bad evil guy in the chat. Yeah, that rain was sick, right? Like it legit looked like it was raining outside. That's the kind of stuff I like to show people whenever they haven't seen nothing. Like this set is ridiculous. That's really good. Mike, wonder when Bertrand's voice joins those in Lana's messages. That would be pretty sick. they really kind of didn't do much with him and his death. A little disappointing, but But yeah, hey, I'm glad you guys are still up, man. This was a longer episode. What was that? Over 4 hours? 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. Yeah. So almost 4.5 hours. It was a little rough, but that last 30 minutes made up for any kind of downtime. But I knew I had to stream. Had to make sure get the stream up here because I was looking forward to it all week. I even forgot what time. I mixed up the time of the show with my normal campaign. So I was like, oh no, are they not? Did I misread? Are they not doing it again? Ninja Master, maybe the Nightmare King is the one who controls the shade creepers. That would totally make sense. Dog didn't have enough rapport to warrant a Campaign 2-esque send-off. Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, and they had planned it. But, yeah, 4.5 hours, man. And then the last episode was like 3.5. So, it's kind of a big shift there. Yeah, no, some of the... Barton, yeah, some of the Campaign 1 episodes were long. Over 5 hours. I was trying to get one of my buddies into this, and he was into Campaign 2, and it was still going. And he was like, I ain't catching up with 90 episodes, whatever he was behind at that point. I ain't catching up if we got 4-hour episodes all the time. Yeah, Nightmare King sounds awesome. Like, that's the kind of stuff that's kind of borderline. You don't when you're making these characters up with their names, like, you don't really know if it's gonna come off sounding cheesy or cool. And I think Nightmare King is just cool enough. Like, it's on that line. I really like it. We think it's the big bad evil guy, or does he work for the big bad evil guy? Ninja Master. Yeah, well, one dude came out of the doorway. What they say, Ian? Was that the name? So they had they had Ian, and well, we don't even know if that was the Nightmare King he was talking to. We're kind of assuming it was, or at least I was. But yeah, Mike, the new map might have a reference to Bertrand being a town named Belleville or something like that. That would be cool. They still haven't come up with the name for the group yet, have they? Travis even hinted at it for a second, but then was like, nah, forget it. Should the group name be One More Thing? Hey, it'd be better than anything they've come up with so far. Crixie, I didn't watch Campaign 1 or Campaign 2. I mostly listened via the podcast while working. Yeah, that's pretty much how I went. I caught up through a lot of it. But I watched some of it. It was off and on. But I caught up through a lot just by listening. I don't think there's a huge difference, honestly. Like, I was organizing some stuff while this thing was going on. So, yeah, it's a great option for people trying to catch up. And that's what I was trying to tell them. Like, you're gonna catch up. It flies by. I mean, someone needs to go do the DBZ Kai. I don't know if anyone's watched those, but just go through Critical Role Campaign 2 and cut out all the kind of nonsense. Like, let's get all the best stuff. Take out the shopping episodes. Take out anything that doesn't really matter and just consolidate it down to a solid couple thousand hours. Mike V, Nightmare King is just cool enough. King of Nightmares is too cheesy. Yeah, no, I think it worked. Ira, that's what it was, not Ezra. Ira. Yeah, so there was two people in there, and Ira seemed to be the one maybe paying him, and the other dude was creating stuff, and that's where we're thinking these shades and stuff are coming from. Yeah, so we got kind of a glimpse of their relationship, but they really didn't dig into it too much. Painkiller Panda. My questions are is now that the bounty hunter who they met in the tavern knows that Dorian is related to the bounty, could he get kidnapped? And then what is the group name? Still no group name unless I missed it. Unless it was in that first 3.5 hours, 4 hours of stuff. I did not catch a new name. And then, yeah, I mean, he could, for sure. That's the problem with using your real name. I cringe every time they do it because Matt's a good DM and he will punish him for that. Barton, I think Robbie is going to be a permanent guest this campaign and become a main cast next campaign. Could be. I'm still worried. I'm still wondering about that too because they haven't really named him officially in anything. They kind of have him in some stuff, not in the other stuff. I feel like it's either they added him last minute or they have a planned exit for him. Like maybe he's got some project around the corner and they just want to have him here while they can and then send him off so he's not like Ashley where he's coming back and forth like Ashley was in the first 2 campaigns. But I have a feeling like he was just added last minute. They liked him so much in EXU. They're like, yeah, hey, let's bring you in, man. You're a good fit. So that's my guess, but I mean, they could have it planned. Crixie, did Chetney grab the note from Imogen before he jumped out? I thought they didn't really say. I thought he did. I thought he said he took everything, but he might have just been talking about like the money and stuff. Ninja Master Danny has the recap animated thing. Yeah, and that's pretty cool. I like the recaps. I should have watched the recap before watching this. I was gonna try to post something that was sort of a recap, but I think other people got that covered pretty good. So, Crixie, if not, that dude is gonna know who was in there more or less. Yeah, I mean, he didn't really cover his tracks much. So I wonder what Matt's going to let slide and what he isn't. If he's going to like go back and say, hey, what did you grab and what didn't you? We'll see, though. We'll find out next week, I'm sure. Meow Meow, the creepy voice guy the elf was speaking to at the end sounded like Duggar. A little bit. He kind of sounded like the dude from Arcane. The evil guy from there. But Duggar, so what, Duggar, they killed him, but then he kind of disappeared like he was from another realm. Usually that stuff takes like a month or so, just normal canon, that stuff kind of takes a month or so for him to like painfully come back into the realm. So if that's what happened, if that's what it was, then I don't think Duggar would be back at this point. Dog kidnapping could be a window to let another guest PC in for some time. Yeah, I mean for sure, especially if dude's got to bounce for a project or something. Group name is Bell's Baked Potatoes. I'm down for it. What's up? What's up, Mr. Slaughter? Whoa. All right. Ninja Master, I think by calling him a guest, he isn't on the payroll. I'm not sure they got to be paying him. It might just be not on the normal payroll. Guest appearances and whatnot. Tax purposes, who knows? Mike V, Robbie might be recurring, like he leaves and then they run into him when they get to travel outside the city. Yeah, I mean, they could just bring him back as every now and again. Hell, Heck, they could let him reroll a different character. Who knows? After he finishes a storyline and goes and does whatever he has to do and then comes back. David Parks dang, my internet cut out and I missed the last hour. Oh man, the last hour was the best hour. We won't you might want to watch that. I don't think there was any huge spoilers in there. It was just the most intriguing and most interesting. So definitely go back and watch that. Crooksy could simply be a trial run. Yeah, for sure. See if he digs being there week in and week out. If they dig him being there is a lot of chemistry. Just add someone with the trial period on Robbie. Yeah, I'm with you right there. Like, this could just be, hey, let's see if it works out. We liked you in EXU. Send you in here and see if you like it or not. I'm with you. Dealing fiction, call it. Yeah, yes, you did on the werewolf, man. I wrote your name down to give you credit, and set it at the top of the stream. You great. As soon as they said it, I was a little upset because I still wanted to do that video, and was just crazy last 2 weeks, so I didn't get to. But yeah, hey, great job on that one. King Killer Pink Killer Panda Studios. It's almost 2 a.m. My brain's working, I swear. It would make sense if he got kidnapped. The bounty hunter was interested in money, so it wouldn't surprise me if she writes them out to they use kidnapping to remove characters before. Yeah, they kind of touched on the whole bounty hunter thing and then just kind of left it. So I think they might bring that back in. What's happening, Charles? Man, it's good to see you all. We're actually getting a few more people in here. William Slide, yeah, the back potato with the beanie, man. I actually drew up a few mock pictures, a cartoon back of a backed potato with a beanie. So yeah, I think I might throw a few of them up there and put something in there for the because I need to get a stream name, I guess, for this, since we're going to be doing it every week. More than just something a little catchier than Critical Role Campaign 3 Episode 9 post-show live stream. So I'll come up with something maybe to do with potatoes. I'm actually going to make some twice-baked potatoes this weekend, because they are delicious. Oh, dog, I'm willing to guess that the Anger is the next guest PC. We haven't had a guest PC yet, unless they're going to have guests come in for 10 episodes and then leave, which would be pretty cool, I think. But yeah, they've been hinting to the Anger too much for him not to be a big deal. David Parks just wanted... Yeah, man, the date with Pretty. I love Pretty. I thought that was good stuff. Matt's ability to just make you care about NPCs is beautiful. That's beautiful. No, I'm a fan of Pretty, and I hope he gets a reoccurring role for sure. I mean, he's no Pumat or anything, but I like him. Charles just jumped in to say hi, man. Hey, what's going on? Hey, it's good to see you again. Hope you had a good holiday. Mike, yeah, the wear polar bear. Hey, it's still possible. There's still a possibility out there. Good Lost reference if anyone watched that show back in the day. That episode was recorded before New Year because Robbie's Twitter, he had blonde hair now. So the scheduling in terms of recording is a lot more flexible. See, I think that's a good idea. I think that's super smart. especially if some lockdown happens because of the Omicron or some new variant comes out and they can't shoot for whatever reason. I appreciate that they're doing it and they're keeping everything secret. So I love that. I think that's super smart of them. Dealing in fiction, when Matt described the bounty hunter's tool being similar to Chetney's, I was kind of hoping they would just kill her and he takes her tools and becomes the group's interrogator. I think Chetney would totally be down. He'd fit that, man. I think he's capable of anything. I love that he went in by himself too. Like, I wonder how much Matt planned on that. Like, him just going in, getting a glimpse and running out. I love the chaos, man. Plus, she knows too much. Dorian would be game to go back and kill her. Yeah, I'm really curious to see what's going to happen with that whole thing. Like, they just kind of left it, and then they got to readdress it. Ninja Master, you're fading out too. Yeah, I hear you. Maybe your stream will help me dream in critical. Hey, yeah, man, happy birthday. It's good seeing you again. Good night, man. Peace out. Mike V. Chetney goes super corrupt and threatens to turn people into furniture. Hey, what if Chetney's behind all the furniture? What if he's the one animating the furniture? Like, we haven't addressed the fact that furniture keeps attacking him. Like, what if this is just a character that's not long for the world? He's just there to turn furniture alive. I don't see why not. Hey, let me know what you think of the new, at least the new backdrop. I have the side wall and the wall in front of me done too, but we put soundboards in and put a bunch of nerd symbols on a few of them. But super happy with the new room. I think you'll be able to see it more in the videos I do, but is that Eadzo one? Yeah, hey, why not? Let's do it. Yeah, Slaughter. No one's cornering him and asking him about that. Like, he loves wood and making furniture, and I don't know what was up with the wooden coin. Was that a reference to anything? But I think that'd be a cool boss there. Mike V went crazy a bit before he left his last job. Occasionally a piece of the work might come alive. Hey, that could totally be why. Airships flying around like bats or something. Dealing in fiction. Dope backstory for Chetney would be he cut down a tree. What is a sacred tree to the wild mother, and he is cursed. Now he's got like the Midas touch for anything any kind of woodworking. Yeah, that'd be great. I'd love to see it. And he just keeps re-rolling old people. As long as he re-rolls old people, because I'm loving the old man energy. I just don't want to see Travis gone again. Then Liam mentioned could have been a gnome werewolf. I was kind of thinking that if Chetney went in there by himself, he might get cursed by that werewolf, but that didn't happen. I was hoping, though. I was hoping. I think Mike, I've not seen Scooby-Doo 2. You're going to have to be a little more specific. Yeah, there wasn't a ton of stuff. There was some funny stuff that happened, but there wasn't a ton of stuff other than what we talked about already, which is odd for a 4.5 hour episode. Fern's great, Chetney's great. Everyone else was fine. Oh, oh, dog. Somewhat lost in the clutter of all the shenanigans. Imogen is now very suspicious about Ashton's memory issue. Finally, someone's suspicious about it. Like, I'm wondering what's going on there. William Slaughter, they're doing super with the cliffhangers. Yeah, for sure. He knows when to end the episode, and that's why I felt like he probably wanted to end it 15 minutes, 30 minutes earlier, but he wanted to get to that point. It's a good strategy. Don't recall Captain 1 or 2 having such good hooks. Yeah, especially for every episode, man. Like, they had good hooks every now and again, but this is like every single episode he knows where to end it. Ninja Mash, I appreciate the time and effort you put into add to your background. Hey, Ed, I'm loving it. Like, it's just nice to be in this room now. I still got to clean up a bunch of stuff and do a couple more things, but I mean, the work we've done in here is really cool. And I have a shelf over here with all my not all my biggest D&D stuff that now I can just grab it and go, and some magic stuff too. So that's really cool. That was my birthday present. Mike V, monster costumes, Scooby-Doo, villains come alive. Nice. But I appreciate that, Ninja Master. Man, when he jumped out of the window, that was dope. Boss move. They're going to meet the self again. Oh, for sure. Remember the letter. Yeah, so we're wondering if he picked up the letter or not. We're also people in the chat were yelling at him to jump out the window. So seems like he wasn't the only one that caught that little detail. I didn't even catch it until someone in the chat said it. I felt like Matt was pushing him towards that too. Again, Ninja Bass, I'm glad it's almost done. So hopefully by next week, I think we're gonna replace the lights and then do a couple more shelves over here. And I'm actually gonna paint a mural on. I got these double closet doors, so that won't be done for a minute. But I'm gonna paint like all of my favorite, like Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, Ninja Turtles, and Reinhardt from Overwatch. Like, it'll be cool. I got it all planned out in my head, so I got to start sketching it out and plan to paint it on the double doors, and that'll be the piece de la resistance. Is that how you say it? It'll be the finishing touches. It'll be good, man. Slaughter just before the window jump. I was sure he was dead and coming back with another character. It had that feeling for sure. Beth threw the tomato to make it look like it was just some vandals. I mean, it was smart, Mike. Like, and it was nice that they made sure not to make it attack, because if my players would have said they threw it at him, I would have dropped the spell. So, the invisibility. But how he did it was smart. People don't give Travis credit for how smart he is, man. Yep. Yeah, David. Still nameless. Still nameless. I was waiting for him to assassinate or backstab the elf. I thought there might be a little showdown, but then guards might have come in, and whoever the dude he was talking to might have come in. It wouldn't have been good. Yeah, I forgot about the stained glass window too until people started talking about it in the chat. Yeah, he was smelling. You caught that too, huh? Like if he, because elves don't have anything special with smell, but I'm wondering if that's some sort of werewolf thing. Because if he's a werewolf, then he's gonna have some sort of advantage stuff on perception checks with smell. So I'm wondering if that has any sort of connection. What's the deal with the elf? Like, do we know his name, or if he's affiliated with the Strashi family? They said his name, Eve, something like that. Let me scroll back and see it. Someone else said it because I already messed it up earlier. Ira. I think he was Ira. We at least heard someone call somebody Ira, and then that dude came out. So, Mike, the Treachery family still might be the lizard people, shadow government kind of group. Yeah, the Court of Owls, man. Court of Owls. Werewolf shadow government. And Gurge was supposed to be the whistleblower. Dude, I'm all about a werewolf shadow government. Plus that William, plus 7 perception with smell, maybe like wolves. Don't wolves have advantage on perception checks with smell as well? Or is that hearing? It might be hearing. Either way, I think him smelling could have been a sign. And I'm all about the shadow government. See, Court of Owls was one of my favorites. The new 52 version. I don't know if they redid. Did they redo any Court of Owls stuff? But Court of Owls was amazing. New 52s when they brought that out. All right, so it is advantage. Yeah, I thought so. That was something along those lines. They still, I mean, he'd still have good perception with it, but I'll take it. I don't know. Plus 7's really good. I don't know if I'd take advantage over plus 7. I'm a big fan of advantage though. I think it's always better than ability modifiers. But plus 7's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. We got 19 people in here. It's like numbers are actually going up a little bit. Dropping and going up. So everyone who's coming in, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let us know your thoughts on the episode. A couple things in that first 3.5 hours, but really that last hour is when things started picking up. So I love the Fern and Talison's character stealing from each other. I think we need to edit a bunch of those together because they are going back and forth, and it reminds me of when Grog and Vex were pranking each other in season 1, and it was a little more mean-hearted there. Where here it's just I think it's like a respect thing. It's a greed thing, but it's also like they respect each other and they respect when someone steals from them enough to not have any hard feelings or say anything about it. So that's going to be a fun relationship that I didn't expect to like. Mike, Gurge is only a madman because he's like half werewolf and half Alex Jones. I have the documents. Gurge Jones. Has anyone watched the new Spider-Man? I won't spoil much, but they're making J. Jameson. They're turning him to Alex Jones. Like, I think it's perfect. Just draw from reality. I mean, that dude's a cartoon character, so I hate that you missed an hour too, David. You got to go back and watch it, man. It was the best hour of the whole episode for sure. Ashton, thank you. Yeah, Fern and Ashton's relationship, it's so good. Like I'm loving it. I'm loving every minute of it. And Ashton, I mean, other than that, Ashton hasn't. I love the character build so much, and I love Taliesin. I haven't fallen in love with the character yet. I mean, I'm all about him. He wants to drink. He wants to dig into people's past. He wants to steal. All sounds good. But, yeah, Mike, new Spider-Man's amazing. It is the best of any Spider-Man. I don't know where it ranks as far as all-time Marvel movies, but it's up top for sure. It's really good. But then again, I've watched it once in the theater. I'm going to give it its time to wear off, go back and watch it again before I start ranking it. But it's great. Just like as he said in his divorce hearing, Alex Jones is a meme Lord character. 100%, man. I love watching Joe Rogan. So Alex Jones on Joe Rogan is where you get to see the better side of him, and then watch the character he plays on TV. It's fun to see. I mean, it's like a professional wrestler. That's what he is. Alex Jones is a pro wrestler playing a part. Like, but that's who Jay Jameson is, and has developed into throughout all the Spider-Mans. Yeah, we won't have a long wait for the next episode. Do we know when are they going to have another live episode? Have they said anything about that? Because I really want to go to a live episode. That's one thing, going back and watching the others. Like, I wish I could go to a live show. I want to go. I want to see a live reading from the new Amazon series too, because that seemed like a lot of fun. As dealing in fiction, at a certain point, someone's going to confront Ashton on his BS about his past. There's some connection to his past that is involved with all of this, and the fact that he isn't opening up about it. Yeah, like he's a pretty shady character. Like, you feel like FCG is just doesn't know his past, but Ashton he's just hiding stuff, man. And he's paying people off. There's people that, don't like him, and then some debts that he's accrued. Did I say that? Yeah, someone's got to call him out on it. Probably at his own game, too, is the best time to call him out on it. You think Imogen's going to call him out on it? I think that's a good guess. Imogen's worried about her own stuff. Like, playing true to character, Imogen is totally consumed with not thinking in people's minds, so she might just catch it by hearing what he's thinking. But she's got enough problems. I feel like Lauden is going to just call him out because she doesn't care either. Like, Fern doesn't care about it, but Lauden doesn't care about what people think, and so if she's curious, she's going to ask. You think they'll reserve those for one shots? That's possible. That's a good point, Eads. They've recorded them in batches, so they may not know when. They'd have to line them all up, I guess, for the live shows now. All right, 14 minutes to the next one. try to end this here in a few minutes just because it's 2 a.m. Mike, how long has Ashton had FCG? Because Matt said that Ashton was the only one that had been in the city longer than a year, but FCG is 2 years old. Well, I would imagine it's 2 years old. Sorry. I would imagine that it was 2 years old because FCG is going off of when he remembers. He has no idea how long he's been a robot, but I think he has a 2-year memory, and that's when Ashton picked him up and repaired him. So my guess is 2 years old, or he's had him for 2 years on that. O-Dog, Ashton did say the rest of his gang left. I wonder if they got taken by Nightmare King. That's possible. He likes picking up random trash that no one will miss, from what it sounds like. Crixie Ashton has every right to keep things from these people. Very true. They're all selfishly motivated. Ashton doesn't hide anything. Anyone else wouldn't have known them a few days. I like that about this group. Like, season 1, they're all kind of heroes on a mission, right? Like, they all got their own problems and stuff, but they're all going for good. Saving the world, saving cities, all that kind of stuff. Season 2, it's like group of misfits, but they also band together and are pursuing a bigger good. This one, season 3 or campaign 3, everyone's kind of got their own selfish motives. They're trying to figure out information. They're trying to find out what's wrong with them. They have their own reasons to be doing what they're doing. So they're hiding from something. Like, I kind of like that. They're not necessarily doing anything for the greater good. So it's I think it's going to make things more interesting because they're not even necessarily friends with each other. They're stealing from each other. I think it's going to make it fun, man. I think it's going to be really, really unique. Best way I can say it. But that's a really good point, Crixie. Like, for sure. Yeah, I think that's good. I think, man, it's good seeing everybody. I wasn't really sure what the turnout would be with one this late and the fact that we haven't done it in 3 weeks. But I really appreciate you guys showing up late and hanging out with me, throwing some theories around. I'll send some highlights out there. I don't know who I'm going to draw this week. I kind of want to do Fern touching the electric fence. I think that'd be a good drawing. But, man, some of the art they showed was really good too. So you guys should check that out. But, all right, I'm going to check out that Wheel of Time. I might just watch the show and then go back and read the books later. We'll see what time I have. But I'm going to bed. You guys have a good night. Happy Christmas. Merry New Year. 212th TARDIS. Yeah, I mean, this could be where they start banding together and becoming good people and going for the greater good. 100%. All right, I'll work on Fern. Fern's tough. That's why I've kind of avoided her so far. But like, yeah, Slaughter. No, we only got 6 more days. 7 more nights. I appreciate the support and the love, man. You guys have a good one, and I will see you all next Thursday, right?